Hello. Hi. So another round of Girls Planet 999 eliminations has happened. And I hate this show. I'm so done. I'm so done. I'm so done. I'm so done with this show. I swear to fucking God. Anyway, let's talk about it. Okay? So this is the second round of eliminations for Girls Planet 999. If you haven't seen my opinions at all on the show up until now, I've got other videos. If you want to watch this first, if you don't, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care about anything right now. So this video began with kind of a look into the next round. This happens every produce season where they start the original songs section of the competition and they form their teams. And then they eliminate like half the teams. And then next episode, we get to see how they kick people out to go form new teams. It's drama. Some of my thoughts on this part of the episode was the snake team. I don't know, that was my least favorite song. I had no attachment. It's all the girl crushy kind of girls, which makes sense. But that is my least anticipated song of the four. One thing we get with the whole snake team is we get the classic Chai-Bing versus Kim Daeun leadership. So over it. I'm so over the storyline. I don't think Chai-Bing deserves this amount of just like hate that she's getting. She's not a good leader, but she's not like evil. Not in the way everyone seems to be kind of making her out to be. I don't know. She just seems sad. And it's like, it's just uncomfortable to watch. And Mnet's all on their Kim Daeun's a goddess. It's very cult-like. That's my opinion on it. And nothing against her, I guess. I just hate it just constantly being thrown at me. I also was surprised she was in the snake team to begin with. I don't like her in girl crush concepts. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this stuff too much. My most anticipated one was Utopia. It was my dream team, essentially. And then half the team gets cut. The shoot team has all the cute girls. Yujin is the leader and main vocal, which, I don't think that's a good choice. I'm nervous for that team. It's kind of annoying that none of the girls are really stepping up in that team. Of even just like trying to like have some sort of spotlight. Yeah, that's all I really remember from that part of the episode. But now, into the juicy and devastating eliminations. So going into this eliminations, we had 54 girls, and we were going to be left with half of that, so 27. 24 voted in, with 3 that the judges saved. And we'll get to that later, don't you worry. Let's go ahead and have that moment of silence for all the girls who will not be moving forward in the competition. So let me talk about some of the girls who got eliminated that I'm really broken up about. I'm sorry I'm so low energy this video. I was prepared for my favorites to kind of leave the competition this round. I wasn't prepared for all of it, and it really shook me. First sad one to see go was Jung Ji-yoon. She was in the top 9 in the very first episode, and now she's just gone. It's really sad. She just didn't get any kind of story, except she just missed a high note, I guess. I mean, yes, to be fair, I did knock her down on my rankings because of that. Lee Iman. I've talked about Lee Iman episode 1 of this series. She was one of my favorite of the Chinese girls. I thought she was so just talented. She was cute. She could sing. She also speaks fluent Korean. Mnet, why wouldn't you want a Chinese girl that speaks fluent Korean? She didn't even get screen time in this episode. Oh, I'm over it. Gotta talk about Chae Young. I talked about this last episode. I had no idea who she was. And then they just decided to give her all the story. So I'm thinking, okay, Mnet's liking her. They're gonna push her and they're gonna save her. Which they did not. Which was even more baffling because they talk about her so much in this episode. The whole beginning part of the episode before the eliminations, she's getting this whole story arc about how, you know, she wants to shine. She's in a group of main vocalists. And it's just like, oh, they're really prepping for, like, she's gonna, like, move on and she's gonna get her arc. No. No, she's gone. Kubarena. This is another one that really pisses me off, especially when we get to the judges' saves. Kubarena was like the most talented vocalist, Hi Shy Guy, besides maybe Bora. She was the most talented of the Japanese vocalists. They like kind of made note of that in the last episode. The judges are obviously aware she's really talented, but Mnet just doesn't want her, I guess. It's so frustrating. You have this really talented girl, one of the best in the competition. She gets nothing. It's so much more devastating losing your favorite Chinese and Japanese girls because you just don't know their future. A lot of the Korean girls, you can at least assume they'll probably debut in a K-pop group at some point. I don't know what's going to happen to these other girls. Kubarena's independent, too. She's not in a company, I'm pretty sure. So she's gone, probably. And I think Lee Yumon's the same. So might never see them again. I just grew attached to these individuals for the past, 7 weeks? How long have we been doing this? I'm never going to see them again. It's heartbreaking. Haji Won was so surprising. Out of the 3 Cherry Bullet girls, she was the one I thought would last the longest. And no, she's gone. It's not like she got bad edits. Like she got screen time. She had killing parts. What happened? I mean, she was a visual, but she was a talented visual. I can't say the same thing for a lot of the visuals who are remaining in the competition. I pray for Cherry Bullet, man. I pray for them. I think out of the groups that came onto the show, they'll be the most secure in their future. An Jung Min, another talented girl, just gone. Yoon Jia, perhaps I was too optimistic in thinking that Jia was gonna make it past this round. But I assumed because of the friendship between her and Youngin that they would Mnet would push that and fans would vote for them to see them go on together because they had a really cute friendship. And they were finally going to perform together. They were both in Snake. No. Jia wasn't even considered for the save, too, which was mind-blowing to me. Kim Hyerim, the only girl from the save last time that didn't make it through. And why is that? Because Mnet don't give a shit about her. She got no screen time, nothing. It's the most frustrating thing she fits this concept. She's very talented. She's cute. She's likable. And we get nothing. So if you're keeping track, 4 girls from my top 9 have been eliminated. Well, actually, no, that's technically wrong. Technically, 3 of them were eliminated and 1 left. Let's talk about Chujin. This was the most heartbreaking part of the episode. Because for one, you blink and you miss it. So, Chujin, one of my favorite girls in this competition. I talk about her every single video. Great leader. She speaks Korean. She's just talented. And she just got gypped in the competition. And I could tell in this episode that something was so off about her. She seemed out of it. And I don't know what that is. But she does make it through. She gets, I think, the 8th spot for the Chinese girls, which was the limit. That was the threshold of getting past the eliminations. And I was so happy. I was so relieved because I was going to be so sad if she got eliminated. And, continue on the episode. We watch it all. And then they show the ending, all the rankings. And a little itty bitty text. It says Chujin has left the competition for health reasons. My heart just dropped. I mean, it's on her own terms. I want her to get better. It's just so heartbreaking. There's no closure to it. There's really no closure to any of these eliminations. They don't show them saying goodbye or anything, which is just weird. I feel like in Produce we would get hugs and tears afterwards, and it was just it's just nothing. Yeji, come comfort me. And there's so many other girls that I'm just sad to see go too, that I'm not really going to talk about too much. Sunyeon Ju, Lee Hae-won, Arai Rizako, And another surprising one to see go was Kim Doa. Although, to be honest, I'm not really a Doa fan, if that wasn't clear from my last video. So, I don't want to say I'm happy she's not in the competition, but I'm relieved. I hope Fanatics is okay. So the judges gave their planet passes to Kim Soo-yeon for the Korean girls, which I approve of. I like Soo-yeon. I'm fine to see her, you know, carry on in the competition. For the J girls, they gave it to Kamimoto Kotone, which is fine, I guess. I was actually surprised it wasn't Arai Rizako because they talked about her in the last episode. And then when they're all like, we all agreed, we all thought it should be Kotone because she's like so talented. And I'm just like, Reina didn't cross any of your minds? Kuba Reina, the most talented J girl, possibly, according to me. And then the most baffling one was the Chinese girl, Zhao Xinyu. Who is this? Like, I recognize her from the Missing You performance. What else has she done in this competition? It was so random. And, you know, maybe she deserved it, but I blame their editing of not having shown her enough or giving us any type of attachment to go, yeah, I'm glad she got the save. We're like, we've seen the other girls so much more. You're like, Wang Yula. Talking about some of the saved girls, I don't want to say I'm kind of happy that Bahi is still in the competition. I kind of am. I'm really curious what's going to happen with her rankings now that you're voting for only one person. I think this is when she might start to make her rise. I really hope she gets like an actual storyline in the show. Granted, she does need to talk in order for that to happen. The gods were in my favor on saving Kim Bora. I was accepting that she was not going to make it, and Kim Bora made it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Kim Bora still being in this competition. Nagai Manami on the beach. Woo! I'm happy for her too. Hwanja with the big jump. I'm kind of starting to like her more. I'm getting the appeal. Now I just need to see her like on stage winning me over. But I really like her, like as a person. Kim Daeon, she's rising up. She'll probably be in the top 9 not too long now with all the push she's getting from Mnet. I hope I really like her in this next performance. I feel like I'm so jaded. A lot of this because of that Lin-Manuel Miranda episode of her just making her the star of the ice cream dance when there were 8 other girls who I would have liked to see as well. As for the actual top 9, Huang Xingqiao, her stocks are going up. Korea is in love with her. And if this was like week 3 of this show, I'd be calling Korea absolutely insane. But after kind of seeing her in the last performance, when she sang the Taeyeon song, she can sing, which it makes it a little more okay. Like, she has some talent, and I think she'd be fine to be in the group because she's probably gonna make the group with her votes being this high and Korea's votes counting so much more than the international fans. Shen Zhaoting absolutely destroyed, making it to the number 1. I think a lot of that is because she is the Chinese girl literally everyone is voting for, and with how votings work is you have been voting for 3 of each. So with the Korean girls, the votes are very spread out on their favorites. But for the Chinese, it's very much everyone's voting for Shen Zhaoting because she's just the Chinese girl of the show. And then with the Japanese girls, Sakamoto Mashiro and Kawaguchi Yurina are like the 2 it girls. So they're also getting a ton of votes. I mean, I'm voting for these 2 girls too because they're so incredibly talented and beautiful and I want them in the group. Just spilled wine all over me. Chai Bing is still in the top 9. I don't think that's going to last. She's definitely going down. Before I talk about my top 9, we have to talk about Nonaka Shana, the queen of this competition. She's so cute. And she's J4. I'm so proud of her. She's so close to top 9. If you're watching this, please just vote for Shana at least once. I'd prefer you do it every day, but like, you know, Yurina, Mashiro, they're set. Don't put your votes to them. Put it towards Shana, please. Please. for me. Anyway, let's talk about my top 9. I don't do my like favorite KJC girls in the elimination episodes of this series. So I'm just gonna do my top 9 and let's begin. My number 1, Nonaka Shana. Number 2, Sakamoto Bashiro. Number 3, Kawaguchi Yurina. 4, Kim Bora. 5, Shen Zhaoting. 6, Kim Chae-hyun. 7, So Young-eun. 8, Kashida Rurika. And 9... So here's the thing. At this point, I don't have a 9th girl. Like I said, 4 of my top 9 are gone. So I'm really trying to just figure it out from here. There's a lot of contenders right now for the 9th place, but I don't feel comfortable or confident of saying one of them is better than the others, and I want them in my top 9. So for right now, I'm going to leave it blank, and I'm going to wait for the next round to then decide, because I think by then I'll have a more firm, like, you know, belief in my liking of them. Anyway, that is the video. I'm going to cry. Why do I watch the show? Why do I put myself through this? Anyway, I will see you in 2 weeks for my thoughts on the next round. Until then, hope you're enjoying the show. Hopefully more than I am right now, because... Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good time of day. Bye.